What actually separates a fast car from a sports car? It's not the engine, and the real answer took decades to settle. Early automakers built for comfort, but comfort meant weight, and weight lost races. One maker stripped the chassis down, and that gamble became a blueprint. That template only mattered if it won, so a Frenchman stripped his cars to engine and wheels alone. It worked until the economy collapsed under him. The Depression should have ended it. Alfa Romeo answered with a supercharged straight-eight, forcing Germany into a horsepower war nobody could afford to lose. A war shut every factory down, and for 6 years, the sports car went silent. Until an engineer built his own car from leftover parts, and an English firm answered with the world's fastest production car. America wanted in, so Detroit built a fiberglass roadster to prove it. But a German gull-wing coupe answered instead, rewriting a road car's top speed. How did a sport built on danger decide when enough was enough? A crash at Le Mans in 1955 killed over 80 spectators, forcing racing to answer for its recklessness. Safety rules now threatened to make every car feel the same, so a German firm chased balance instead. A rear-engined coupe rivals spent decades chasing. One rival refused that formula. An Italian tractor maker, insulted by a dismissive rival, built his own supercar out of spite. Engine behind the driver, never the engine, always where you dared it. The 1970s were meant to refine that formula, but an oil crisis and emissions laws gutted horsepower overnight, turning racing legends into economy cars by force. Engineers couldn't bring horsepower back legally, so they cheated sideways. Turbocharging reclaimed what the laws took, while a small Japanese roadster proved light enough. With turbocharging proven, a British team decided the rulebook was the real limit and ignored it. Their hypercar held the speed record for years. That record became the new target, and a revived French brand chased it, breaking 250 miles per hour, once thought physically impossible. But the next threat didn't come from an engine at all. An electric startup built a roadster that out-accelerated cars 10 times its price, forcing the industry to admit fuel's time was over. Rather than pick a side, 3 rival makers hedged at once, blending electric motors with combustion the same year. Proof neither reached that performance alone. That hedge didn't last. A Croatian company almost nobody knew threw combustion out, building the fastest accelerating production car ever made on electric power. Governments took that as their cue, setting deadlines to end combustion sales. Every engine maker now had to go electric or find a way to keep old engines alive. Some chose a third path, synthetic fuel burning almost clean, betting a real engine sound was worth saving at any cost. But that bet only buys a little time. History ends here, and a wager on the future begins, as within a decade, the driver's seat may become optional, machines learning to outlap any human. By mid-century, materials science may finally solve the one problem batteries never escaped: weight, making electric sports cars as light as before. Push further out, and propulsion may stop resembling a wheel-driven machine, favoring motors built into a car's own structure. Centuries from now, driving by hand may survive only as a chosen experience, preserved by people who remember what it felt like. The engine was never the point. The fight to feel something behind the wheel was, and that fight is nowhere near finished. Subscribe to watch where it goes next.